one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Turn and say hello to someone you don't know.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Good morning, CSL Palm Desert. How are we doing today? Excellent. I am good. How are you doing, David? You look fabulous.
I am amazing.
Great. When are you going to start wearing your knickers again? Or your kilt? That guy can work it. All right. Let's say our affirmation today, our mission statement. We are a dynamic, open, and inclusive spiritual community, awakening you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so here we go. Announcements. Tim Wodrowski, it is that time of the year again. The government's watching. Exactly. Well, Tim is extremely knowledgeable about healthcare, insurance, that sort of stuff. He is doing this class today at 12:30 to 2 o'clock to help you navigate through all what's happening, what the changes are, because open enrollment is from now until January 31st. So please join him. If you have any questions, any concerns, you think you might need to change your coverage, see him this afternoon. He will definitely be able to help you out. Our lovely Dale. Unbelievable. Your talk was great this morning. Anyway, so she has her class that she does on, Mondays, and is through the end of November, right? That is a mistake up on there. It's not the 6th. It's through the end of November, and it is an open class. It's an open class, so please join her at 10 a.m. in the morning or 6:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Thank you. And then what do we have else? Oh, Shar, not Cher. Shar Margolis. She is a medium and intuitive. I don't really get that much into it, but the fact is that what we teach here, that we are all one energy, all connected, makes me think that stuff like this is possible. And it makes sense, because if we're energy in one realm, why is it that we couldn't have the ability to talk and interact with somebody of the physical realm? So I think this would be very exciting, and it is. Okay, so the deal is, here's how it works. There's a Friday evening. It's $45 for just the Friday. But if you come to Saturday, it's $195. If you want to go to both the Friday and the Saturday, she waives the $45 charge for the Friday. So Friday you get for free. So for $195 you get Friday free, and then you get to come in on Saturday. Then what else are here? Dancing with the Stars Christmas. Excellent. December 3rd. Program is 11 a.m. Tour and lunch at 12:30 to 3:30. Fundraiser for adults. This is $20 for adults, and kids are $15. It goes to help child help.
Are you going to dance?
Only if you turn around while Gino's singing, you'll see me dance in the back. But then, just like quantum physics, as soon as you observe me, I quit dancing. That just came out of nowhere. I love that. Okay, Thanksgiving potluck. Those of you who don't have extended family members to go to, the Rainbow Alliance does this every year for Thanksgiving. But let me tell you this. I know for a fact that at this shindig, there is going to be great grandmothers and grandmothers' recipes that are being prepared. So this is going to be some good eating. So don't think it's going to be some off to the side type of stuff. I bet you that this will probably be one of the best Thanksgiving dinners you'll ever have. So please join them at 2 p.m. in Costa Hall on the 23rd. And then I guess that's it. And like I said earlier, we have Gino here, and I'll let Jerry Lynn introduce you.
Thank you, William. Fabulous job today. You're in for a treat all the way around. It's a wonderful day. We have Dale doing the talk today. And we have the amazing Gina Walker in the house who's going to come up and just dazzle you with her brilliance. Sharing the good news, I might add. Nothing but good news.
Nothing but good news, baby. I'm all good news. Good morning, CSL. How you doing? Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Radiant faith is my friend today, and I see my life in a different way. I'm not excited, and I'm not crawling in despair, but I'm better than I have been. At the center of my open mind, I am sure, I am calm, all is well, 'cause I know that every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain lay low. I'm living in the desert, and the rose is blooming on the highway for my God, blooming on the highway for my God. Woo. The years on the road, so narrow and long, taught me to listen to life's sacred song. Can't you hear it? And even if you fall, a radiant faith keeps you strong, and it gives you the courage to stand. Feel the song, feel the song, and move on. But be sure that every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain lay low. I'm living in the desert, and the rose is blooming on the highway for my God, blooming on the highway for my God. Our radiant faith is my friend, and I know that the way has been prepared for me on the highway. Hey! No dead end streets on the highway. You gotta do the work on the highway. You're walking in forever on the highway. There's no hitchhiking on the highway. You hear a choir of angels on the highway. Every day's a blessing on the highway. There's no hitchhiking on the highway. You hear a choir of angels on the highway. You're walking in forever on the highway. Every day's a new day on the highway. From my yard on the highway. From my yard, every valley shall be exalted. Every mountain lay low. I'm living in the desert, and the rose is blooming on the highway. From my yard, I'm blooming on the highway. For my God. Oh, I'm living on the highway. For my God, I'm living on the highway. For my God, my, for my God, for my God.
Gina Walker.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. It is always a challenge to get them in that zone following you, but God, you're a blessing to us, Gino, seriously. It's such an honor to have you. So let us do our best right now to just calm ourselves, to bring our awareness into the heart, because the heart is a place of expansion. The heart is a place of love, of peace. And when we put our attention there, the world becomes a whole lot calmer. And so as we close our eyes and just get into that place and let go of anything we're carrying around with us, we do not need it right now. Let us just commune with Spirit, commune with the stillness that keeps us balanced, and let us just go to that wonderful place within.
All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will ever love and trust You in Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine. I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all.
As I stand here today, I feel the love of Spirit, the first cause. It is the only energy and life there is. I recognize that I am one with this energy. I am one with this love. And in so recognizing that fact, I really come to the idea that I am love. With that, I start off with gratitude. That is the only expression and feeling that can come from love. And it is in this state of being that I state my truth. Regardless of my upbringing, my past, all that led me to here, right now, this day, a recognition of love. So I now have this generous spirit within me. It's generous, not just with money. I am generous with my God-given talents. My own time, I freely give. Because with love in my heart, I recognize that as I give, I do receive. That gratitude, that sense of purpose, that sense of oneness with all life is mine right here. I recognize that. I claim it and I state it to the world. So with that said, and gratitude in my heart for all of life, for our band, for our Dale, for Dr. Joe, Reverend Laura, Elizabeth, all being away from the center created this space right here that I am grateful for. This oneness that even though Reverend Joe is not here, the spirit and truth of love, of God expressing is fully contained and expressed. So with that gratitude, I release my word to the law of mind, knowing that it is so, right here and right now. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. I surrender.
And let's take a big breath of air into our lungs and exhale. And let's sing together, I Send My Love.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love is leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can be it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. 'Cause I believe I can fly, I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day, spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar, I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly, I believe I can fly, I believe I can fly. Well, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes the silence is so loud. There are miracles in life I will achieve, but first it starts inside of me. If I can see it, then I can be it. And if if I just believe it, there's nothing to it, 'cause I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. Oh, yeah. If you can see it, then you can do it. If you can believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe you can fly. I believe we can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread your wings, fly, fly, fly away. So I see you running through that open door. I believe we can fly. I believe we can fly. I believe we can fly. Anything you wanna do, you can do it. Anything I wanna do, I can do it. Anything you wanna do, you can do it. 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 Anything you wanna do. Anything you wanna do, you can fly. Oh, anything you wanna do, you can do it. You can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly.
Gino Walker. Gino Walker. Say it again.
Hey, good morning. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you this morning. I am in Kansas City with our National Leadership Council, and I wanted to be here, though, this morning with you to support Dale. She is your spiritual leader today. Dr. Joe and Reverend Laura are in Australia, and I wanted to make sure that she was completely supported and could focus on the things that she does so brilliantly. Is anyone here fed spiritually? Great. Is anyone today not want to continue to receive your spiritual goodness here? How many of you have received and filled out your member commitment campaign form? So we're calling this our Reignite Campaign. This helps us as a center know you, stay in better touch with you, and deliver the goodness you come here to receive, whether that be live on Sundays or on live stream or during the week taking additional classes. So we thank you in advance for taking the time and making the commitment today to fill out and turn in your 2018 Giving Commitment Campaign cards. And before I go, I want to invite you to see what those members who are committed to the center have to share. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week.
I've been an active member of Center for Spiritual Living for approximately a year. However, I began attending this center in 2010. Hi, I'm Laverne, and my spiritual giving matters because the Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert doors never close after Sunday. We are here open with classes and other types of things that will enable your spiritual growth. This to me is very important. Oh, I love volunteering. I think that being a part of a community like this is all about service to mankind. Whatever I can do, whenever I can do it, if I'm available, all they have to do is ask. As a matter of fact, I volunteered in the name of Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this past week. I did the Patriot Ride, and I also did the automobile car show. I love volunteering. It's important that we are able to help others. I feel that way because I have attained so much spiritually since I have been a member of Center for Spiritual Living. And I would like what I've learned to be a part of others' lives.
You know, sometimes you need to do things a little differently. Sometimes you need to shake things up. Sometimes you need to turn away from the status quo. And sometimes you need to be a rebel. And today, that is what I am being called to do. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Dale Olansky, and I am the lead practitioner here at Center for Spiritual Living. And it is a joy and an honor for me to be here today to give you the message of the day. Now, many of you know that our talk titles are given to us by our organization, Centers for Spiritual Living. And sometimes Dr. Joe uses them, and sometimes he doesn't. Now, you're getting where I'm going with this. I can see you're already 10 steps ahead of me. So I looked at today's talk title, and I was like, there is no way I am doing that. Oh, God, no. It wasn't hitting me in the heart. It wasn't hitting me in the heart. And I cannot stand up here and speak to you properly if my heart is not being engaged. So I went to Dr. Joe, and I said, Joe, talk title when I do it this week, not working for me. And he said, you know what, that's okay. Do you want to do your own thing? And I said, yes, please, do you mind? And he said, no, just stay in spiritual principle, be relevant, and you'll be good. That's fine. I didn't really tell him how far out I was going to go with it, though. He didn't need to know that part of it. You see, I'm only using one slide today, and that's it. I don't have slides with quotes, things to say, affirmations. I have none of that, none of it. And the reason why I chose to do it this way is because I do not want to engage your brain today. I want to engage your heart. I want to communicate to your heart today. That's where I want the learning to come through. So the less you and I are both thinking and reading, the better. And I know there are a lot of you that may be disappointed by that because I know you like the PowerPoint presentations. You like to take them home with you and study them throughout your week. And I get that. They're really helpful. But today, I am giving you a gift you are going to put in your heart, and you're going to take it out with you, and it will be with you not only throughout this week, but I am hoping and praying the rest of your life. So this thing called science of mind that we study here, we get so many wonderful tools to use. Meditation, prayer, affirmations, wonderful inspirational reading, all kinds of great stuff to expand our spirituality, to grow ourselves. But what I have come to learn is that there are two vital pillars of belief that must be cemented in our consciousness in order for those tools to be fully and completely utilized. And when I say pillars of belief, I don't mean, oh yeah, I believe that. I mean, oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that with every cell and fiber of my being. I don't just believe it up here. I believe it in my heart. I believe it in my soul. I know it is the absolute, indisputable truth. I believe that. It is unshakable. That's the belief I'm talking about. And those two pillars are this. First pillar, God is generous. God is the ungiving spirit, that which gives unceasingly to us, without reservations, no limitations, never withholds a thing. And God gives us health and wellness, joy, peace, prosperity, all that good stuff. God gives us abundantly. The second pillar, not so popular. Second pillar is, I know that I am worthy and deserving of receiving the generosity of spirit. Yes, yes, two vital pillars that we need to ground ourselves in. And I know that there are people here today that get those pillars and feel grounded in those pillars. And I know that you'll just affirm with me what I'm saying. I know there are people out there who don't know what those pillars are even all about. Today, I'm going to help you build them. And there may be others of you who have them sort of in place, but need a little fortification. I'm going to be doing that with you today as well. So my goal here this morning is to teach you about these pillars, how to put them in place so that you can live the abundant, wonderful life you were born to live. So the first place we go to is, I know you're going to be surprised, God. Number one. Our relationship to spirit, what is it? What does it look like? What does it feel like? We get a lot of damage. A lot of us have had a lot of damage from the religions and philosophies we were brought up in. Many of you know that I was raised in the Jewish tradition, and I will tell you, God was super scary to me. I did not know where I stood with God at any given moment. I tried my best to do what I was taught to do, but I really didn't know if it was going to pay off. I thought God was angry. I thought God was judgmental. I thought God could smite me at any moment. It was a scary place to be in relationship with spirit. But thank goodness I came into this teaching, because I now get God, and I feel God in my heart and soul. And I know that God is beyond human definition, but I sure know what it feels like. And I know there are many of you out there who may not know where to start with understanding what spirit is to you. But here's the cool thing. It is different for every single person, and that is right. It is not wrong for anybody's belief in spirit to be what it is. And so it's up to us to take that journey and be able to figure out what God is to us individually. And if you don't know where to start, get in tune with whatever it is that makes you feel unconditional love, connected to all life, free, expansive. That's God. That's God, and go with that. Some of us see it in the sunrise or a sunset. Some of us feel it in a church. Wherever you start reinforcing that connection with spirit, grow it big, because in order to live a life that is abundant, we must be connected to spirit and know how very generous it is. Number two is our relationship with ourselves. That gets damaged very early on. I'd like to share a really wonderful story with you about my early days here at this center. In 2001, I stumbled upon this place on the recommendation of somebody. And at that point in my life, I really didn't have a life, so I thought, what the heck, I'll go there at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I have nothing to lose. And, you know, I had pretty much leveled my life. I really was in a healing state of being, and I was just kind of looking around to figure out what my purpose was, where I was going. So I came, and when I entered these doors, I thought it was really weird in here, because everybody was so happy, and they were all smiling at me. And I wasn't used to that. The religious places I used to go to, there was a lot of anxiety and gossiping and stuff, so this was like a whole new playing field of spirituality for me. I kind of wanted to run, but I thought, no, let's just give it a chance, see what's going on inside this place. So I got my seat, and it was Dr. Tom, who was the senior pastor at that time, and he used to start every service in the same way, for those of you that don't know. He had us stand up, and he said, "You are a very valuable, worthwhile person." When I heard that, my brain started to spasm completely. I had never heard that before. No one had ever said those words to me. God knows I was yearning to hear them, but that was the first time I heard them. And I heard them from a stranger, someone who knew nothing about me, someone who did not know about my transgressions, my history, the pain. He knew nothing, but his words cut through my soul. I opened up my heart to a new way of seeing myself as someone who has value, of someone who's worthy of being on this planet, someone who might be able to change their lives. That's big. And my reaction was tears. I just cried there like a baby, cried and cried. And that was the day my life changed. Now, for a lot of us, we've received a lot of damage from our childhoods, and that's where this great divide begins for us. That's where we start separating from thinking we are worthy and deserving of this life. That's where we start to be told we're not good enough, we don't measure up. I see ourselves as little kids, we're so happy and free, we're starting to get into our bodies and we're moving around, and our parents are like, you go, you're so good, you've got it all, and our self-esteem is just like through the roof. And then one day, we take our finger and we go over to the electrical socket, and someone says, no, no. And for many of us, the no's keep getting piled on, and we start doubting ourselves. Our self-esteem starts to go down. We start making mistakes. Relationships break up, and the wedge grows bigger and bigger between ourselves and that love that we know is ours. We turn away from self-expression because we're not sure our self-expression is good enough because we've received so much negative reinforcement. But if we are going to experience the wonder and the love and the abundance of this life, we have got to heal that relationship up. We have got to love ourselves unconditionally. We've got to stop blaming ourselves and living in shame. God did not create us to live like that at all. God created us to be happy with who we are. We're not supposed to drag that stuff around with us at all. Forgive ourselves. You know what? Guess what? We all make mistakes. We have all screwed up. All of us. So when we're in great company, and do you think Spirit holds anything you've done against you? Absolutely not. I always say that God is just yelling at us to let that stuff go so we can be in joy in this life and live in this kingdom of heaven that truly is ours. To see the goodness that is everywhere present. To see this wonderful, miraculous life that we have all been given to live. That is the consciousness to get in. And yes, that can be work to do. And so the next place we go to is understanding a concept that many New Thought writers have proposed. And I think it's a fabulous way to allow us to be aware of what goes on in our mind and what we need to shift and change in order to broaden and develop our spirituality. And this is an idea that there are two minds within us. One mind we call mortal mind, that which is of this earth, full of fear, full of anxiety, survival mode, that kind of mind, where we're trying to figure everything out by ourselves, where we're trying to make life work and we struggle and we strain. That's mortal mind. And then there's spiritual mind, my favorite to play in. The spiritual mind is just what it is, that big, expansive mind that knows of truth, that knows that we are eternal beings having a human experience. That spiritual mind that knows all is good, all is well, that change can happen, that adverse conditions can be changed. That spiritual mind. Beautiful place to be. We must grow that. We must grow that so that we can live in this place of abundance and love and joy. And for some of us, our mortal mind is really big, and our spiritual mind is this big. And we have to reverse that. We want our spiritual mind to be really big, and that mortal mind to be as small as possible. Developing that spiritual mind is a great step in expanding our consciousness to be able to cement ourselves in those two pillars. And then we move from there to faith. Faith is good. And Science of Mind's version of faith is absolutely awesome because it is not based on having faith when things turn out our way. That is not where our faith is based at all. It's based on knowing that whatever I am walking through, whatever is going on in that world, I have faith because I know God is unfolding. I see the divine pattern of spirit in all beings, in all things. That is the faith that we need. When I started taking classes in Science of Mind, I didn't have a whole lot of faith in the philosophy. I doubted it. I thought, you know, that's really cool that people are getting all that stuff, but I can't quite buy it. And so I played a little trick on my mind, and I said, okay, mind, this is what we're going to do. This is my higher self talking. We're going to play a little game and just say, hey, let's do an experiment. We don't need to buy this all outright. Let's just try it out, test drive it. And so I thought, oh, that's a good idea. Then I don't have to fully commit to this right now. So I did the work, I took the classes, I did my homework, I learned how to pray, I did my affirmations, I started meditating. And as you all know, step one is the parking spaces. Oh my God, everywhere I went, parking space. Wow, this Science of Mind is pretty cool. But I'm not quite there yet, I'm not convinced. Then money started coming out of nowhere from unexpected sources. Okay, you've got my attention, Science of Mind. And then I got a really great job. Whoa, over the top, Science of Mind. However, I wasn't quite there with it yet. There was something missing for me, something missing. And then I woke up one day and I realized what this Science of Mind is all about. It was about changing my consciousness. It was not about things. It was not about getting this, getting that, having whatever. It was about knowing that within me are all the attributes of God, alive and well, peace, prosperity, abundance, beauty, joy. Everything is already there, and I can feel it right now. I don't have to wait for something to come in my life to feel abundant and prosperous. I feel that by virtue of just being alive in this incarnation. That is it. That was it. Now I can buy Science of Mind. That was the missing piece. That was it. And just knowing it is just being in that understanding that it is all here right now. And so, as you may have already guessed, I'm leading you to a point here. I'm leading you to a point. And that point is all this work that we are doing to cement the two pillars. God is generous, and I am worthy and deserving of receiving God's generosity all the time. Those two very important pillars. Once those are grounded, the next step, becoming the generous spirit. That is where we're going with this, people. That is where we're going. When we become the generous spirit, we go out in that world with a big open heart, no restrictions, nothing, and just giving of ourselves, giving our time, giving our talents, giving our love, giving our understanding, giving our compassion, giving my prosperity, giving my old TV that's in the garage, giving. And I know when I give, I receive. What we're doing when we become the generous spirit is we are setting a big old energy in motion that does not stop unless we stop it. But we're sending a vortex of energy up that goes, and we don't have to keep working it. We don't have to push it. We don't have to bless it. We don't have to do anything but be it, to be it. When I am the generous spirit, my life works without any stress or strain. I don't have to say, I need this, because I've got it immediately. Because I am in that circle of generosity. I live it. I am it. I am being it. I receive it. And wow, life is easy now. The only trouble is when the pillar falls. Then I got to put it back up, and then again, I become the generous spirit. So I pray that something that I have said today has touched your heart, that you've received a gift, whatever it was, where you get it now. And if there's work to be done on your consciousness, do it. Because sometimes things don't happen just like that. It takes practice. But the sooner we start practicing, the sooner we can be the generous spirit. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I bless you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the part of our service where we prepare our offertory, our gratitude. And really, you know, this is the part of the service where we're not just saying, hey, give to us. We're saying, let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate gratitude. Let us be grateful for all that we have and all that we give, and grateful that we have a place where we can discuss spirituality and raise our consciousness up and be the light of this world. If you like, you can text your offering. You can see the information on the board. Love streamers, I neglected you again. I'm so sorry. We love you, and we're so glad you're here with us. So please take your love offering and put it on that beautiful big heart that you all have that I know you just enjoy getting in touch with, tearing down the walls. So knowing that our gift goes far and wide and that we just pass it forward, receiving it back, knowing we're part of the divine circle of reciprocity and gratitude, let us go ahead and say our affirmation together. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
Release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free, yes, I am. Woo! Yes, I'm only here for God.
There's a lot of prosperity in that basket. Woo! Excellent, you learned, I see. Teasing. So let us go ahead and bless this prosperity, knowing that it goes far and wide and it allows our center to do even more for you, the world, and raising consciousness everywhere. So let's say together, this collective offering is Spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. And so it is. All right. All righty. So anybody here for the very first time, please stand up. I will not embarrass you. I want to give you a gift. I feel I need to clarify. Here we go. Anybody else? Oh, good. Welcome. Welcome to our center. There's another person back there, back in the back. Okay, Okay, we got you all covered now. You're being given a CD case with some information about our center. And if you step into the foyer and go to the desk there, they will give you a CD of one of Dr. Joe's services. He's the person I'm standing in for today. He's wonderful, and you'll get a nice listen of something that he said. And we would love for you to make this your spiritual home, because this is a great place to be. We do a lot of wonderful things for the community and for each other to spiritually nourish us. Following services, we've got 1-minute miracles over in the Om Room. If you need prayer because you're walking through a challenge, or you've got some good stuff that's starting to bubble up and you want it blessed so that it does come up, a practitioner will work with you. Just step over there and they will pray for you gladly. And this is our calendar for the week. You can see that we have something going on every day. We've got my class on Monday in the morning at night. We've got a grief class, or a grief group. If you're going through any kind of loss, we have a wonderful group that meets on Tuesday at 5 over here in the office area. And it's really nice to be in community when you're walking through any kind of loss situation. So they're lovely people. We've got Audrey's yoga on Wednesday at 12:30. I have my Sacred Circle on Thursday at 9 a.m. that you can come to. Friday's a big day. We got Tai Chi, Metaphysics to Mysticism, and AA meeting. And then Saturday, even more goodies. Qigong yoga, meditation, and Vicky's class, Living from the Mountaintop. So there's a lot going on here. So if you want to drop in on any of those things to get a little spiritual community and expansion of consciousness, join us. And so that wraps up today, and I thank you for being here. I want to thank Gino for raising the roof yet again. Wow. I think, does she have CDs? CDs? She does have CDs. Oh, there you are. She's got CDs. I thought you were already out there. And I want to thank everybody who was a part of this service today, you especially congregants, because we can't do it without you. We need each other to affirm truth. I'd like to thank the guys in the back who helped me with my microphone all morning. Thank you, William, and I'm sorry I don't know your name, but you're wonderful back there. And I want to thank Julie and Elizabeth, who is not here, but made sure I was pulled together today, and Steve as well, and of course our Dr. Joe Hooper, who is such a great spiritual leader and makes all of this possible. And he's such a wonderful man. I'm so glad he is our leader. And Reverend Laura and all the practitioners and ministers and anybody else I haven't mentioned, thank God we have you and we have each other. And so this is complete, this service, except for one thing, and that's prayer. So I invite you to close your eyes and just join me in knowing without a shadow of a doubt that God spoke to each and every one of us today through the music, through the message, through a glance from somebody who had a smile on their face that reminded us that we are okay, and we're better than okay. We are individual expressions of the one mind of God. And so I am knowing that this week that is before us is a powerful week, because we know how very generous God is, and we know that we are worthy and deserving of receiving that generosity. No questions, no doubts. And so we say yes to the universe. We say yes to life. We say yes to the unending goodness that is continually being poured into every single area of our life experience. As we enjoy perfect health and wellness, as we enjoy financial prosperity and abundance, as we enjoy loving relationships, as we enjoy being creative. This is life. This is how it is supposed to be lived. And we let go of anything and everything that stands in the way of us being who we are and being in this world. And so knowing how very blessed we are and how grateful we are to be here, to be who we are, to connect, to love, to be spiritually uplifted and enlightened, we just say, thank you, God, yet again. And so knowing that all is well, all is unfolding through divine right action and order, through love and law, through grace and ease, I now release my word into that perfect law of mind, knowing it is done. And so affirm with me as we say together, and so it is. Amen. Have a lovely week. I'm going to run out there and shake your hand, so wait for me.